Recorded. Again, thanks for everybody for showing up. The idea behind this is, I know there's a bunch of people here that are not local to 14, like me and Chris. But recently we did a little SOLIDWORKS certification party week thing where we got as many certified as wanted to, as many as we could. So this is kind of on the heels of that kind of thought, we still have quite a few people that are not certified at all, to the associate level. So we thought, especially for us, people that all the world we live in is sheet metal. We don't do a lot of solid modeling. Thought we would do this and make it a little mini series. That way we don't overload everyone. That way we can, get some practice and learn and hopefully, in the long run, get certified. So we will, like I said, Chris said he's got some stuff. He's still saving up, trying to get ready. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with some speed modeling stuff. If everybody is interested, maybe a one in the chat just to tell me that you're going to be participating so I know. Or, speak up if you want, either way.
Hey, real quick, James,
Yep.
on any of your speed models, are you going to be looking for mass and properties and all that, right? So do you want to push out some templates to these folks to make it easier on them? Do you give everybody the same template if they don't already have them? What do you think? Either that or they got to set it up.
Yeah, if you know where some are easily accessible to send to them.
Oh yeah. Hold on one second. I got something pretty easily accessible. Give me just a minute. Let's see.
Like we got one person in the chat participating.
Here they are. Let's see, 10. I'm just going to put the part files out there for 1060 and 1020.
Yep.
So these templates I'm sticking out there for y'all guys, they'll be one's just 1020 steel, one of them's 1060 aluminum. So we'll be using one or the other for the challenge, right?
Well, that's kind of the normal for certifications, but I think a lot of these models I have they're kind of random.
Got the ones I'm going to give them are
steel, some ABS, 1060. So yeah, it looks like it's 3. ABS is the third one. Plain carbon steel, ABS, and 1060 alloy.
Okay, so for the models I use, either one or those two templates. So,
well, I'm gonna share my screen real quick, and so I got 10 models total for speed modeling that we're gonna use for at least the next few of these sessions. So I got a little wheel here. I'm gonna spin this wheel and see randomize which one gets chosen. So before I do this, the thought of it is, with my screen shared, I am going to throw the print up for everybody to model off of. I'm going to keep it up, but if you want to take a screenshot and move it, that way you can have it in case something happens. That's great. But I'm going to go ahead and keep it up the whole time. And then, like I said, like Chris said, there it'll tell you your units of measurements, whether it's millimeter gram second or inch pound second, and then it will tell you your material, whether it's ABS, steel, or 1060 alloy. And the thought is model it as fast as you can, trying to get the accurate weight, and then you will type that weight into the chat. The first person, or I guess blurt it out if you want to come off mute. First person to do that. I have some virtual gift cards that SolidWorks has provided me with that I can give away.
You might do
So
better with the first one in the chat. I could see.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I could see a couple people, and then you're like, oh, which one, right? So first one in the chat sounds better.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. We'll do that. First one in the chat with the correct mass wins. So let me.
Hey, James and Chris, real quick, are these templates you put in, are they going to be any different than the SolidWorks certification exam templates, 1020 and 1060?
The ones I use are pretty much from the exam, but I saved over them and cleaned them up a little bit from how I received them. So when I take an exam, those are the two templates I use for parts consistently. I just have them over in the exam folder, and when I need them, I go get them for whatever the exam throws at me. But that's the ones I chose to do, the models I'm going to be presenting to y'all in. So one of those templates it'll be done in one of those two, so y'all get the correct stuff for it.
Okay. Yeah, I've gotten exam templates like folder in starting a new document or whatever too. So I think it's the same. I think it's the same, but I didn't know how to quickly import those if it wasn't, but I'll go with it.
Yeah, it's the same. They're the same as the testing templates. That's correct.
Okay. Thank you. Got it.
With that said, we're going to go ahead and spin this wheel and see what parts you guys get. Looks like 102. Okay, hide that one from there, and I'm going to. This is a good one. Okie dokie. Let's make this a little bigger for you guys, maybe. And if y'all are ready, prints come in now.
Is there a time limit on this one, James? Did you put a time limit?
No, the first person to text.
Person thing.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I guess if we take a while and no one answers, we'll call it, right?
Yeah.
I should have put some music on or something. Sitting in silence over here. Oops. My bad, fellas. There you go, everybody.
It's everything you wish.
Maybe y'all can hear that music, I think, right? I don't know if y'all can or not. Got it pretty low on my side. If it's too loud for y'all, let me know. What's everybody doing? Still working on this thing? I believe in you, Nick. I believe in you.
James, you had an answer come in.
Nice. There we go. Paul Easter with the first answer. Let's look. What'd you say there? My chat went away. Paul Easter says 43.09 grams, and that is correct, sir. Nice. I'm gonna mute this music real quick and talk for a second. Paul, if you're willing, would you share your screen and show us how you did it?
I can try to do that.
Let me stop sharing here.
I kind of went all over the place at first. So of course we went into the units. Let's see, document properties, set up the millimeters, grams, and then came over and selected my material. I don't know how deep you want me to go here for people.
I was really curious about just the model tree itself.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to study these two for a moment just to make sure I had the right one. It's the 1020 right here.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
that's why the density is listed on the print.
Yeah. So then I had to get the axis.
Yeah.
And that was from the front and the right planes. And then in the sketch, I just drew a revolve section here.
Mm-hmm.
I did the same thing there.
Yeah. And actually, I'm not too familiar with using ellipses, so I actually just sketched an ellipse up here off to the side, made it the sizes I want, and then pulled it into the rectangle.
That was the way I did it as well.
Added a reference plane for where the center of the handle was going to be. And then I drew 2 sketches for the handle, one on the right plane here.
Yeah.
And, just using the dimensions that were given, and drew a reference just so I knew where to cut the line.
Here's a tip too. Often when I do a revolve, you can go turn on temporary axis too. You don't actually have to put them in there. They need to give you temporaries to revolve around. Up there, the little eyeball. But that's pretty much it. 2 moves. That was a good job.
This eyeball?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You drop it down right there. You see the axis that's grayed out. You see where right there, the second one down. One is a temporary axis.
Gotcha.
So yes, sir. When you're in a sketch and you're about to revolve, you can turn on temporary axis, and SOLIDWORKS will give you kind of a temporary axis of what you got going on, and use it instead of actually putting axes in the tree.
You actually only have to do that, Chris. That center line, that you could have drawn a center line in your sketch and used it as your axis.
Yeah, but what
I
I'm
actually
saying too
did
is
that, but I wasn't sure how to get to it.
yeah, and that's kind of what I'm saying. You don't even have to do that in the sketch. He could have just had his profile there, turned on temporary axis, and he could have revolved around it. So just a tip. That's all.
Well, yeah, but like I said, in that sketch, if you would have just hit the revolve feature, it would have automatically popped it up from that sketch and just clicked it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't actually draw the axis first. It was actually after I did the revolve, or when I was trying to do the revolve. So I was kind of like, okay, I got to get an axis somehow.
All
so
right.
I just picked those 2 planes and added an axis and then drug it above it.
Okay.
Cool.
Good job, Mr. East.
Yeah, good job. I appreciate that. Appreciate you walking us through how you did it. I was halfway doing it in between everything else, and I was still working on the handle when you came in with your answers. So
Gotcha.
So
yeah, I did actually get stuck on the handle. When it goes into the sketch mode, it actually put my ellipsis up here. So my sketch for the handle was down here for the shape of it. So I had to delete that and go back and do it again.
Yeah, that was where I was currently working on the handle right when you put that in there. So
gotcha.
So if you'll send me a email address, probably be better for a personal email address than a work email, and I'll get you a gift card sent to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all ready to step out of speed modeling? You're gonna do one at the start, one at the end on the
That was my thought. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I'm good with that. If you're good with that.
All right, yes, sir. We're good with it. Okay, I'm going to share a screen with y'all guys here real quick, just to give you an idea of what's kind of going on. So James is handling the speed modeling portion, and basically I'm just pulling models off the web, modeling them, and that's what we're going to use for a little more of our complex models. And the whole reason we kind of decided to do this with everybody taking certifications was, here at Altec, particularly the body plants, and I know we have some FAs on here who probably see a lot more solid modeling than we do. But here at the body plant, we're probably 99% sheet metal. So the goal was to kind of, get some people some help with some solid models to help them and give them a chance to get out of the sheet metal environment. That said, so here's kind of our models, and I don't want to just, for y'all to be, the first one here is pretty easy. But I was going to kind of see how the session ran. And we have models made, that get progressively a little harder for y'all and stuff like that. That said, so if we go through any of these here, and like this first one here where it's pretty easy, if we go through it and there's time and y'all want another one, we'll give it to you. And if you don't finish it this session, we decided to set this up as a series where it's kind of bi-weekly. You can finish it before the next meeting and bring it back and we can discuss it then. Or, and here's another good thing too. The reason some of these progressively get more difficult is to help us identify areas people need help in. And that's the only reason, just to help them pass certification, right? So we're going to kind of ratchet it up a little as we go, and just to try to see where we need to help people. So that said, does anybody have any comments on any of the models, or is this one here too easy for y'all, or what? Anybody?
Say go for it.
Go for it. All right. I'm not as sophisticated as James. I don't have a spinny wheel and all that. And keep in mind, these are pulled off the web. So I'm going to put them up there. Y'all can either get a screen capture, or I'll leave it up there for y'all. And then once we go through this, I do have how I kind of laid that out. And we get the mass properties, all that's the end center of mass. One caveat to James's, these models versus James's models, just so y'all know this. So these are produced by us. They are off the web. If anybody sees something wrong, I have done my utmost to make sure everything is as it should be. But if something goes wrong, hey, we're all open to talk about it and help it get right. So.
We're doing mass again.
Yes, sir. Center of mass. And I think I have this one. Let's see what I have this in. Hold on one second. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Y'all bear with me 1 second. Let me get my stuff together here. I'm actually going to put it on the other screen so I can have my SOLIDWORKS that way I can see what I'm looking at. Should y'all have any questions?
So no, this one isn't so much a speed model as this one is just a practice for us to everyone to kind of do and us to talk about how we would go about doing it and stuff like that. So I don't know, Chris, what do you think about? I guess we'll give them a few minutes to get started, and maybe they can take screenshots of it, and we can share one, your screen or my screen, and do it ourselves. Just to kind of
yes.
It's up to you.
It's good with me. I mean, they're welcome to take a screen capture and just model. This one should not take them terribly long.
I guess up to everyone else, what everybody else wants to do. Whether y'all just want to sit in silence and model it yourselves and then talk about it, or what?
I would say, how about, since it's not really a speed model, whoever completes it first, just post it in chat that is completed.
I have two questions.
Yes, sir.
What's dimension A and what's the material?
That's why I actually moved screens and I was looking for that. I do apologize. The material is 1020 steel. That was why I did the whole screen thing, but it's 1020 steel, and A is, let's see. I need to get in millimeter gram seconds. Bear with me. I need to get my ruler in millimeter gram seconds is what I need to do. All right, 65 millimeters is A.
We also have a B. I see it now.
I'm headed to that now.
That's
and
fine. Yep.
55. 65 and 55.
Said A equals 65.
Yes, sir.
B equals 55.
Correct.
Material is
1020. And on the other prints, I've gone through where there were equations and put them in there for y'all. And this was just the first one, and I just didn't do that. Sorry.
You're fine.
Oh, I was about to get that, Paul. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Got Nicholas in the chat with a guest there.
You're close, Nick.
Getting closer and closer there, Nick.
Easy. It is. All right, is everybody pretty much getting close to done? I see Paul's coming in with an answer, and we're all, I mean, they're very close.
Silence as agreement.
If everybody's close to go ahead or close to finish, I'll go ahead and reveal it to where we might can get time to get another one in if they wanted to. It's up to y'all. Y'all can model as many as you want. Y'all have had enough time with it, just let us know and we'll go over it and move to the next one. I tell you what, since this is the first one, 238, you're north now, Paul.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I tell you what, let's do. Let's go over this first one. Everybody's probably had about enough time to model that, I guess. Or anybody says no, or anybody says I want more time. So we'll go over this first one. So I have, and the reason I say that is let's go over it because it's so y'all are so close. I mean, it could just be a little bit of difference. So I came up with, well, here, I'll just put it in the chat. That is the grams I had for it, 236.24. So that's why I was saying on a test, Nick with whatever it was he had that was very close, 235.47. He's probably going to pass that on the exam. So with these, I went through and I basically just kind of captured what I did, which I can also go through it. So, but here's kind of like my first initial laid down sketch with my relations. And that was how I chose to start it. Then I think there's a plane in there. And then of course I build that one. And then there's just the little embosses. So I'm real big on tree. I'm always watching the tree to keep it as small as I can. Hold on one second. There we go. Man, boy, I got everything. These little office monitors are getting me today. And I have no idea why that just changed color. That was weird. But anyway, that's what I have. the 236-36, and here's what I did in the tree. So there's my base sketch. We saw that. I don't think there's anything elaborate about it, right? But a lot of times you'll see me use construction geometry, and what that is me getting ready to drive my next piece possibly. So if we get to this plane, and I honestly do not know, how I picked it or whatever, but I think I used that plane and that line, that point on the line to set my plane off. So I did that in the sketch. And the reason I did that in the sketch is so basically now I don't have to come into this plane and adjust it if I needed to adjust it. It's going to that point. So if I need that wall moved, I'm going to do it here. I'll say wall, whatever it is. So that's a little bit of help there. Then of course my side plate, that just started with that, right? And you'll see me here a lot of times. You'll see me either share sketches or like this is getting ready for those embosses next, and you'll see me put them here in the sketch, even though they're construction. And what I'm doing, I'm just kind of wrangling in the sketch, and I'm saying, hey, look, these features are coming next. Let me go ahead and put these in there and look at them now, and have them to where I kind of like with the plane. Sometimes I can control them there. I may choose to control them a sketch ahead. And that's what I did here with the bearing surface. And I think, see, I just basically converted the entities from the other sketch. There's my bearing surface. It's extruded, pivot pin, and then mirrored all over. And then you got your 2 millimeter radius, and then you got those 05s right in there or on the rounds. So, and that was pretty much it. So good little simple model, basically a warm up. Y'all ready for model 2? Whoops. Don't need to see my tree. Sorry about that. Let's see. Start this one. Let me get y'all a picture somewhere here. This is aluminum, and y'all may have a little trouble seeing that. If y'all need me to answer anything on what these dimensions are, just let me know. It does say 1020 on the print. Pay no attention to the print because I modeled it aluminum. I did that on purpose. So, but if y'all have any questions around these numbers, these are a little hard to see. Radius of 20, radius of 20, 8s. Sorry about that. Trying to get this out of y'all's way.
I'm sorry, what did you say the material was again?
It's aluminum, 1060 is what I have it modeled up to. Don't pay attention to the print. When I saw yellow, I automatically modeled aluminum. I don't know if y'all can see this right here. Either it does look hard to read. That is 45 degrees. That is a 36 diameter right there. That's an 8. All these are 8s for the thickness.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there. I was going to get with you, make sure she got what you need.
Out like your lunchtime not counting. Is that a radius of 25, bottom left?
It is. That is, I think it is. Yes, it does look like a radius of 25. Let me go look at my model just to be sure. At the very least, I would be able to say, hey, yes, that's what I modeled there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Outside. Yeah, radius of 25. That's correct. I saw it the same way. I don't know if y'all can read this right here too, but this one is a full radius, is what that says. These two here on the end, just to help y'all out a little bit, are a little tricky and hard to read. Both of them are 12. One's a diameter, one's a radius.
sure, did he really? I'm in the office. Hey. Yeah, same here, Nick. This yoke thing was on the CSWP, something similar.
The models are retreads. Like I said, we pulled them off the web. I've even found one or two that's all the way back to when my career started from another software that's the same. So. And if you read the title block, this one was actually a part of Model Mania.
2010, yeah.
2010, yeah.
That's probably why it's on the professional now.
Mm-hmm. Can everybody make out that this is 60?
Yeah.
14 and 23. Okay.
Yeah, I can at least. Sure thing, Nick. Have a good day. Hope your class goes well. I'll make sure to send in or the recording to you. I think I'm missing something here on this part, Chris. Not that it's missing, but I'm missing it.
It's highly possible.
The full radius there.
Mm-hmm.
The quadrant of that circle is 8 offset from that cut through circle.
That's correct.
But what is the center of that circle? I'm not seeing how to figure that out.
So the reason you don't see how to figure that out, and the reason they call it a full radius, is because if you get everything else modeled correctly and all the dimensions, that will be full. So you got the 8 and the 8 on the arm there. You got 8 in between them. And you also got 8 there at the back. And if you look, that thing's really defined. It's got all its radiuses in there. So if you get the rest of the center part in the sketch and you have it right, then basically the other one's a full radius. So it's kind of missing information, but it's not, because it just works out if the rest of it's there, right? So what you would want is those 2 lines that are on the radius you're talking about that's full, you would want them to end up just perfect so that you could have a perfect radius there, right? Just a full radius to where you don't have any left over. So that sketch there with what they have, I'll just go ahead and help y'all a little. That bottom sketch there is really the base of it. So if you kind of lay that out, it'll turn full on you. Trying to tell you without giving everything away.
Yeah,
I don't know how to do
you're
it.
good. You're good.
And at the end of it, like I said, I got it all done in here. We'll definitely go tear through it and look at it and break it all down. One of the reasons, and I made a comment about loving this part, and one of the reasons I love this part is because most people, they see it and sometimes they're like, oh no, but really, and once y'all see mine, it's literally one of the simplest things to model. That was also one reason behind selecting it, because sometimes people get in their own head when they see stuff, right? We still got plenty of time. These are 2-hour events too. Not that we need the whole 2 hours, but if y'all do, we're here for y'all. So this is here geared just to help Altec associates be better, pass some exams. One good thing about these being recorded, even though there's long moments of silence, I'll be able to just kind of fast forward through them and get to the part that matters.
Yeah, for sure.
It ain't like you'll have to look through a 2-hour recording every time.
For sure. See you, Jonathan. Thank you for joining.
Oh, I got an answer already. Holy goodness. Let me go see. He beat me to it. I wasn't expecting it so soon. Let's see what I got here. Y'all probably saw that when it popped on the screen, I guess, maybe.
I did not.
Man, everybody is so very close. Let's see if I can give a little more help. I don't know if that'll help them or hurt them, but y'all, one more real quick comment too, just, and I don't think y'all miss it, but with him being so close and stuff, y'all do see these typical radius right here, right? The radius of 2.
Yeah.
Around the outside edges, just pointing that out because it does kind of reside off in another view we don't use often. 109 grams. Okay, that is probably close enough that he would get it right on a test. It is very, 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 very close. How's everybody doing? Y'all wanna keep on trying, or y'all wanna stop and go over this one?
Give me a couple minutes. I'm almost done with this bad boy.
Okay. All right. There we go. I love it. That's when you know it's going well.
Almost done with this bad boy.
Yeah. Okay. No trouble.
Figure out how to make it let me use my dang multi-body sketches here.
So for the material, are we using the general SolidWorks materials, or are we using the Altec materials?
It's the template, not Altec. It's the exam materials for aluminum 1060 alloy.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't start with the template.
Well, that's fine. How close are you? We can talk about it.
Yeah, I put mine up there.
Okay.
The 108.9, but I don't know that I've got the right material.
Hold on 1 second. That's it. 108.9 is it.
Is it?
Yeah, you don't need. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I have. 108.90 gram. Huh. Good job, Paul.
Thanks.
While everybody else is working, Paul, if you don't mind me asking, how many moves did you make that in the tree?
50 million.
50 million. Okay. All right. That's cool. There you go.
Let's see how many features.
Yeah.
4.
I have, so for mine, I have 3 features and 1 axis, and I didn't need the axis. I went in there and threw the axis in there just so I could show y'all temporary axes.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah,
so it's a 3, for me, it was a 3 featured part.
Yeah. I did an extrude, then I did a cut and 2 fillets.
Yep. That's pretty much it. I did 1 fillet. So, and that's probably our only difference is I think I drove some of them in the sketch, which I typically don't do, but I did here.
Yeah, mine's combination. I would have normally tried to do the other fillet. Went to one of the 20-inch radius guys, and when you have the inner radius, then it would be the outer radius down there on the bottom of the part. That was the one I was struggling with there, and I just said, you know what, heck with it, I'll just make a radius feature.
There you go. Yeah, that's kind of what I did too.
But I did keep missing the 2 millimeter radiuses. I kept looking at the part going, oh, there's another round I missed. Oh, there's another one.
Well, I think when I first did it, I said that because I think I missed the two radius around the outer edges too. It was in that other view. I didn't see it. I said, maybe I ought to tell them.
Yep.
You close, James?
Yeah, I'm just getting my radiuses now.
There we go. There's Aaron. He's coming in with 108.90. So that's 2 right. Wait, let me put it on mute here. Sorry. While we're running here too, if any of y'all have any ideas, suggestions, help make this better, hey, feel free to speak up. We'll record them, and hopefully it's all about, trying to help the associate get better. So anything y'all see we can do better to help, just let us know.
Okay.
We ready?
Yeah, we good.
Hey, what I'm going to show y'all this one just because I want to show the axis thing, and then y'all are welcome to do yours. So here's what I came up with. And here you can see I have 3 features in the tree, and I went ahead and I put the axis in here for the keyway. But I wanted to show y'all, so I have that hidden. So anytime you're doing revolve, and you can see if you're looking at this part, there are going to be several hidden axes. Okay. So what I was trying to tell y'all a minute ago, if you come up here, dang it, if you come up here and you hit this, the view temporary axes, you see how they all, well, dang it, see how they all come on? They're very small, but you see them? I don't know if y'all can see those. Can y'all see those on my screen? You can. Okay. So you can literally, when you turn those on, you can pick those to revolve something if you wanted to, but that's all. Just wanted to show those. But so this part for me, there's what I had, 108.90. Y'all can see. So this part for me, it's like I told y'all, when y'all look at it, it looks more complex than it is, right? But really it's not, because of the way it shapes. The way I looked at it, I'm like, okay, well, let's just build it sideways, right? There's the defining sketch. And there's just base subtraction to get the part, and then the rest of it's just clean up. So really that's, and when you see it, it's super easy to do. So here's kind of how I drive my sketch now. And let me say this too. I consistently tell people, hey, don't put a lot of detail in sketches, right? There is a caveat to that. When you get to the point where you're controlling sketches and you have like this right here, it's not really going to get out of control on you unless you allow it to. It gets a little better to put them in one sketches when I'm driving features around another. So, and right here was kind of one of the dead giveaways for this part, really. I mean, this here was what set y'all's size, that dimension right there.
Yeah.
So, but from here, and this is where me and Paul differed, he had very few differences with me, but I chose to cut these radiuses here. Normally, you would never see me do that in a sketch. Normally. Generally, I have them at the base of the tree. All my fillets and chamfers, all that stuff always comes to the base of the model. But sometimes I will do them in the sketch too. It just really depends on my intent for the design when I'm done with it, what I want to do. So that's all that was. That was pretty simple. What does everybody think? Is that pretty simple now? You kind of see that? Anybody got anything they want to show, talk about, go over?
I actually did it the other way. I did top down first.
Okay.
But I'm noticing something I missed that I'm not sure how I would go back and get it.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm
Share your
trying
screen.
to,
Let's take a look at it.
yeah, let's see. So I missed that radius there, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm trying to figure out is how. So I did that first.
Okay.
And then mirrored it. And I'm guessing I could put a fillet there, but obviously you don't want fillets to go. But I think that would be the way I would fix it, and I bet it would work. What is that? What was that radius? Was it 10?
Oh,
my screen.
I don't remember. Hang on. Oh, probably because
that one would have been 10.
What I was thinking.
The 3 inner ones there were 10.
Oh, well, those were radius 2, weren't they? Right there.
Yep, you get that in the same feature.
Yep.
So, and this is a really good point. I know this seems kind of small, but why would you start one way versus the other, right? So
screwed it.
So for like me, I went the other way. If y'all look at the picture, because that kind of automatically cut the angles out. So what I'm saying to you is going the other way for me gave me that whole part to extrude and then just the straight down cuts, right? And then all the angles and everything are met.
Yeah.
So
just my initial look at it, I was like, okay, we'll do top down first. Yeah, I was looking at symmetry. That way I could draw half of it and mirror it. That was the reason I did it the way I did it.
Have you got a screen capture of that, James, too? If you want to redo it later, you can try it the other way too.
I do not know.
Okay, here, let me share that and you can get a screen capture, or I can just send you the file. I guess I could have done that.
I'm still a little off somehow. 109.24.
See what I can do.
A screen grab of it.
Where's the chat? There it is. I'm just gonna put the pictures in the chat for y'all, where y'all have access to them. Oops, not what I meant to hit. So there, that one is. If y'all want to look at it, do it again. And I would encourage you. That one part there, I've probably over the course of time, I've probably modeled that thing 4, 5, 6 times, right? Not for this exercise, but I'm just saying in 20 years of working in this kind of software, Inventor, SolidWorks, all that. I mean, I've seen that part long ago, I think. But yeah, I definitely would encourage you. I mean, don't just, model it once. I mean, grab it up, model it again. If y'all get any of these models and you struggle with them or anything, grab them up, model them again. If you get to a point where you're hung, call me, call James, call somebody, right? And somebody's going to be able to get you unhung for sure. Okay, I think I'm going to give y'all a brief what's coming next. So this is your next model. It will not be today, right? So I'm just kind of giving you a what's coming for next. What is it? Biweekly, James?
Yeah, biweekly.
Biweekly. So, and this one here, you know, it's, you look at it and you say, hey, it's missing a little information. And of course you got all these. Well, Paul, I did go through and put the equation values on here for this one. I just forgot the first one. I wasn't lying when I said I did. But you know, when I first tackled this, I got it. And I actually told James, I mean, I actually got a scale out and I said, okay, hey, 31 inch is 30. So, you know, and I did the value and did the math. And then I got to looking, which I normally do. And then you got like, okay, if this is 20 at its half point, then that makes this 40, right? Well, then 25 minus 40 gives me my C value. And that did, you know, equal out to what I had scaled too, which was 15. So that one's one that's next. I tried to kind of do them an easier one and a harder one together. So this is the easier one of the two for next time, I guess. So, yeah, we can start with it versus, you know, starting with the other one, but that's the two that's up next. Anybody got anything? Any questions? Any way we can help y'all with what we've done so far today before we get back into the speed model closeout? All right, I guess everybody's got a good handle on it.
It looks like it.
All right, James, let me stop sharing and you can hit that last speed model for them.
Sounds good. So let's get this over here. I got to rearrange my screens again. Sorry. Two over here. We've lost quite a few people. I know it's getting
lengthy
late for some
sessions.
people, but
It's
yeah,
that'd
be okay.
SWUG day.
We'll go ahead and do it. So let's share my screen and we'll spin this wheel again. Okay. Spin the wheel, see what number we're gonna get this time. $105. Okay. So now I can get that's 5. Go, I guess. I had it on the wrong screen, so it showed up quick. My music going again.
I think most people enjoy music while they model. I do.
Yeah. That was my thought.
We got an answer coming in.
721. Let's look at it. That is really, really close. Let's see. Oh yeah, you good. Plus 1 gram tolerance. Yeah, Aaron wins that one. 5708 is what it's supposed to be. Yeah, we'll call that one a win with since I had the tolerance plus or minus 1 gram on the screen or on the print there. Good job there, Aaron. You want to share your screen and show us what you did?
I sure can.
See if I can stop sharing here.
Let's see here. Can you guys see that?
Yep, I do.
I started with a sketch on the top plane, did a boss extrude 30 inches, or 30 millimeters rather, wrong unit system. Made a plane 133 millimeters from that top plane. Put a sketch up there and did a loft feature. Shelled it. And that happened to leave me with this bottom here, so I just hit cut extrude and convert entities and just cut it out.
Yes, sir. That's basically what I was going at. You were just a little quicker at it than me.
Which face did you pick for the shell, just out of curiosity?
I picked this guy up here.
If you would have picked the other face, suppress or cut extrude, just pick the other one. I'm just curious. The shell will normally get all of it, I thought. Shell outward. 3 millimeters. No, it's leaving the top. It's going to leave one. Okay. Maybe
I thought that there was a way to get it to take that bottom out too, but
I may be remembering from Inventor. I know in Inventor I can, but I don't do a lot of shell here in sheet metal.
You can click both faces.
That's what I was about to ask. Can you click both of them?
Okay. Yeah. There you go. Add another face in. I didn't look at the box. Oh yeah. There you go. You can add more faces to it.
Yeah. That should have done the entire thing there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Perfect. I didn't even know that.
Yep. Well, I'm not terrible familiar with SOLIDWORKS shell feature. I just knew that it ought to have a way to do it. All right. Good job. How does everybody like this, Paul?
It can be a challenge.
It can be a challenge, but as an FA guy from a different facility, I mean, is this kind of interesting to you? I mean, pretty neat, little break, something different.
It's a change.
It's change.
I sketch a lot of parts anyway.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I said. The FAs do a lot of that. So, but you know, us poor body guys, I mean, we're all sheet metal. So, anybody else got any comments about today?
Thoughts? That one I came up with 56.97, but that may have been a error in my part. I'm not used to doing lofts, so
yeah. You still would have been within the 1 gram tolerance. So.
Yeah.
I did pretty much the exact same thing, but I got 57.01.
That was close, I think.
Yeah, 57.08 is what I got it.
So that's very close.
So yeah. I couldn't get my loft to work. I don't know what I was doing wrong. I'll figure it out later though.
we do have some of all those folders I showed Joe with all the web pull models. There are models pulled in there for lofts too that are coming for like some pipe and stuff, just so we can kind of break out of the box, right?
I think there might be some variance in the answer whether you sketch the interior and exterior ring on both the top, the center, and then the bottom, and then and just do a loft through it, or if you just do the bottom outer ring the bottom outer ring, top outer ring, and then do the what do we call that feature? The shell.
The shell.
So, I think that's where you'll see some variance in the material.
Shell is it's one of those very powerful commands, but it's also one of those that will bite you with parent-child relationship if you don't watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you could have a completely different part just moving that thing around in the tree. So okay, anybody got any suggestions for next time? Bi-weekly, pretty good.
And Aaron, if you'll send me a personal email, we'll get you one of those $25 gift cards as well.
What were you gonna say, Paul?
Bi-weekly's fine.
Bi-weekly's fine. All right. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in. James and I thank you a lot. It's a lot of fun for me. I'm enjoying just putting the models together. So I mean, y'all got to be enjoying it. I hope. So. All right. Well, y'all have a good day. It was great to get with everybody and to do it, and hopefully we'll get to do it again soon.
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
I wanted to give y'all a heads up. I checked the mass properties again when I did it, when we did it with the shell with the 2 faces selected. And it comes out like 2 grams lighter. So
which is
I don't know what that's
a little bit closer to the answer. Lofts are funny.
Like 2 whole grams lighter?
2 whole grams lighter.
That wouldn't have gotten you where you needed to be.
Yeah, that wouldn't have got you where you needed to go.
So I figured that's a weird one that might warrant some more exploration.
Yeah, for sure. And to be honest, the 2 that we did today are probably the 2 hardest that I have. The rest of them should be a little more straightforward. No weird lofts or stuff like that.
I saw that whole PDF, and he spun the wheel, and the coffee cup popped up first, and then the other one popped up. I'm like, Jesus, the wheel, it's got it in for y'all. So, okay.
Yeah, those are the 2 weirdest ones for sure.
All right, till next time. Y'all have a good one.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you for attending.
Evening. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.